Hi there. Welcome to Tuesday Talk. We're going to have fun tonight. We're going to get down and dirty and do some work. I'm going to show you how you can take Dollar Tree solar lights and do major upgrades from your lamps and even candlesticks so that you can have really cool lighting on your patio. Uh, I'm actually going to use a vintage chandelier and I'm going to redo it for my bridal rentals. So it's going to be gorgeous. It's got good bones, but it's had better days. So we're going to get started and I'm going to get some stuff out of my way, but basically we're using these. These came from Dollar General. So there are these solar lights, and they also make them in a silver variety. So you might want to mix it up a little bit, but I'm going to get these out of my way because I need all the room. But here's what I did, and I'm going to be doing some painting with you too, but I used the gemstone mousse in Golden Gem from Dixie Belle, and I painted these, and they look great in here. But I want to show you that it's not just as simple as taking out a bulb and setting it down in here. So that's what we're going to get into tonight. And I'll show you top to bottom how you can redo this. You can do the same process for lamps. And I'm going to get all this out of the way, but let me show you. I'm going to put this screen down a second. Let me show you. So here's a candlestick. And I'm going to put one of these solar lights in there, and you can see how easy that is. So just take a candlestick if you want for something simple. You don't have to do a lamp, but so I'm going to get this stuff out of my way, but I just wanted to show you brass candlesticks or whatever kind you want. That's an easy one. Okay, so let us get started. I have all kinds of cool stuff here to make it look pretty and give it some new life. But I want to get this stuff out of my way. We're going to be using some tools here. So I don't have a screwdriver with me, so we're going to use a kitchen screwdriver, otherwise known as a table knife. And we're going to use these shears. I don't remember where I got these, but these are awesome. They're heavy duty, and I cut all kinds of stuff with them. And then these babies, these are called channel locks. First time I ever saw these, a girl at the gym, so at Planet Fitness, like when you lock yourself out of the locker, they have to cut the padlock. And, this little girl goes in there with these things and she just cuts the padlock off the locker. So I said, I need to get me some of those. So I did. So that's what they're called, channel locks. So I'm going to figure out the best camera angle here, but we're going to start from the top down. So we don't need this because for my purposes, I got to really figure this out. I can't wait until I get 1,000 subs so I can have a better camera situation, guys. We're at 6:30. So anyway, this I don't need. Now, there happens to be a separation in the link. So we're going to use that to our advantage because otherwise we would just be cutting that link. So we don't really need to cut that one, I don't think. I think I can separate it enough to remove it. Okay, maybe not. Bend it here. Because pliers are also helpful. I don't have pliers with me, but I think I'll still be able to get this off. Okay, there we go. We got it. Now, all we have left is the wire. So that's where these things come in handy. That cuts that wire right off. Now, I'm sure that I will use this for some other purpose because you know me, I can't throw anything away. So we got that. And the wire, let me see. Okay, so the wire, I'm just going to cut down as far as I can. So this little ring comes out too, because all I want is these little links here. My idea here for these is that they will hang in trees or off shepherd's hooks. Okay, I also don't usually like to wear my glasses on lives, but I decided that tonight you never know if something goes flying. These chandeliers were given to me. They're from Spain and they are gorgeous. But I already have one done and it's at the shop. Okay, so I'm going to put the screen down again so you can see. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is go around and see if any of these things need tightened. And this one clearly does. So I'm just going to use the screwdriver here and just tighten that up and get in there. Whoa. No one was hurt. Obviously, a screwdriver would be a better tool to use. It's a flathead. Okay, if I can't get this thing, I'm not going to ruin my knife. I'll come back later and get it with the screwdriver. So we know that needs to be done. And also a chandelier crystal hangs off of there. All right, next thing is these things. We're going to take care of this. So, like I said, the solar light just doesn't just fit on here. That would be wonderful if it did. Now, do want to tell you something else. If you wanted to outfit this for candlelight, you might want to leave it at this point because you might be able to put a candle in there. Okay. These are old and I'm finding that they're very brittle. So I don't want to use them. And besides, the whole look of the idea is that this is supposed to be like candle wax dripped on there. And it really isn't very convincing if I'm putting a solar light on top of it. Obviously, that's not a candle. So the idea was like a flame-shaped light bulb. So we're going to hang on to this one just because we need it as a pattern, sort of. Okay, so we're going to come back in. So if you can see, each one of these things has this little cardboard insulator, and it also has these metal things and these wires that come up through. So the first thing we're going to get rid of is the wires. So you just come in on each side, and if you're lucky, you can get them both at the same time. And I did. And then we can pull this insulator off. But now comes the channel locks. So if you can see, I have these two metal pieces that are there. So for my purposes, I need to remove those. So I'm just going to take these channel locks, put them in here, squeeze it, and they break. So like I said, it looks like a big intimidating tool, but it's really not. If you can get that whole thing in there. There. So I got that off. Okay. Now we're just going to work our way around and come back to this. We want to trim these. Well, actually, we don't even need to worry about that. So we're going to work our way around. So here's the light bulb that we had in there. These crystals, we're going to tighten them up too. We're going to use our jewelry tools for that. This light bulb had broken off in there, so we're not going to worry about that. If you're coming on to the live, say hello. Tell me where you're from. Tell me if you've ever done anything like this. And so I'm not going to worry about trying to get that light bulb out of there. I'm just going to remove this because that'll get it out of there. Okay, so I have both wires here, so I got them snipped. So I only have to do this for five of these because there's only 5 in every chandelier. I was given these, and there's several of them. And like I said, they're gorgeous. I'm I'm not sure where they came from, but they're from Spain. They're going to make a great addition to the bridal rentals. So we got this one taken out too. So we're going fast. You want to be careful because those are really super sharp. Okay, I'm going to, as usual, have a mess to clean up. See, so I'm taking this off and you can see it's just real brittle and it's just cracking. So it's just old plastic. So all right. Same thing, we're going to come in with these amazing shears. Get the wires cut. And come in with our channel locks. And get these metal pieces cut. I told you we were going to get down and dirty here. So you're really getting a sneak peek here tonight. Because this, as I mentioned, is going in my bridal rentals. And I have a bridal trade show to go to on May 2nd, this Sunday, and that's at the U.S. Hotel in Hollidaysburg. It's called Wedding Secrets Unveiled. And I'll be unveiling these for my inventory and also a couple other pieces. Okay, now this is another problem child here. This arm is really super loose. And I'm just going to keep revolving it to tighten it. We're losing crystals. Okay, so that tightened up pretty good. Now, I have in the box in the basement a whole bunch of these crystals. So they just really kind of hook on there. But for my purposes, when I'm all done, I'm going to use my jewelry pliers and really tighten those things up. Because for me to use them with the rentals, I don't want people to lose them. So I just want to, and really you can do it with your hand, is just tighten that up. The dog's in there sneezing or something. Okay, so this isn't quite tight. I hope I can get this because I don't see a screwdriver in there. I have a feeling there's a wire in there keeping it loose. I might have to actually reinforce that with a little bit of E6000 glue, which is not a problem. Okay, so wires and channel locks. One more after this. Dust came out of there whenever I snapped that. Like I said, I wore the glasses because I was just afraid of metal flying and you never know when something's going to get in your eye. So my glasses help protect my eyes for things like that. Yeah, these really need tightened up. I should have checked the other one. This maybe. Either way, we're going to get it in good shape, but I might not have a screwdriver tonight to do that one. If the table knife isn't working. All right, we're getting there. So I hope your week is going well. I have to say I had a good day today. It was a good day. Lots of good stuff coming up in the shop. I feel like we're going to have a whole new store on June 1st. We have all kinds of vendors coming in, new ones, some returning ones, some new and improved situations. So it's all good stuff. I'm really, really looking forward to it. So make sure you check out our social media, and if you're close, come visit. All right, so we're done with those, I believe. Okay. Now then, so I already painted all of these. So I did that before because I'm doing 3 chandeliers right now. So I did 15 of these at one clip. So now, that's not the right bag. So now I need to use these things that come off of the lights. So I need 5 of those. Okay, so there's sort of an anatomy to a solar light. Here's one as it comes from the store. These pop out of here. And a lot of times these will pop off of here. Yeah, this comes off of here. So you might be able to use this in some way. But the thing is, that's a reflector down in the bottom. So you want the reflector because that really helps make the light brighter. So, and of course, you always want to take that thing out. But so for our purposes, this is what we want because it's going to sit down in our new thing that we're putting on there. But also in the bottom is this stake. So we don't need that. That goes in the ground. So normally when you get these, you flip it and you put that down in the ground. So you can do some fun things on the tops too with jars and all kinds of stuff. I've been playing around with solar lights for a long time. Okay, so just to use this as a pattern, I'm just going to kind of line it up with that. And I'm going to take these amazing shears and just cut. And this may fly. Of course, this one's not. Sometimes I can do it in one squeeze. Of course, this one's going to be contrary for me tonight. Oh, come on. I don't give up easily. Really? Seriously? That's what my grandson would say. Seriously? I'm going to try doing this a little bit. Scoring it a little bit more. It's almost there. It's like ready to go. But the ones that I did last week, they just popped right off. Must have been more determined or something. Wow. I am bound and determined that this is going to happen here. I might have to go get a serrated knife out of the kitchen, like a steak knife. Okay, I'm going to try another one because I did not have this trouble before. It's like I got a new batch and they're super strong. Ooh, that sounded good, right? Oh, come on. This is probably the easiest part of everything I've done so far, and I'm struggling with it. Like I said, when I did the last set, they flew off. There we go. Finally, that's what's supposed to happen. Now I have to find it. All right, hang tight. I'm going to go find my little thing that flew. That sounded like it went to the kitchen. Here it is. Grabbing a brush, too. And it sounded like something just exploded outside. literally. So I don't know what that was. My dog is gonna probably freak out. He does not like noises. Okay, so we might have to abbreviate here, but let me get started here. So first thing I'm going to use is gilding wax. This is gold gilding wax. And get that open here. And I'm just going to use my finger with this. And all I'm going to do is go along this whole thing and just refresh this finish with the gold gilding wax. This is awesome stuff. It's great for your furniture handles. You can use it on, you know, your furniture when you're painting, just to give areas some little bling bling accent. But I'm using it, if you can see, on top of these like petals. I'll put it on the chains. I'll do all of this. So maybe I won't do it all tonight for you, but all of it's going to get done here. So all of these things. And this wax smells amazing. It has such a pleasant scent. Okay, so can you see the big difference between this old, which needs fixed, but the old arms and the new ones, the gilded ones? So that is a tremendous difference. So that's all going to get gilded. This screw might just tighten right up. That was really loose. Let's strip that screw. Okay, that one's good and tight. I might try that same trick on this one. I just turned it like I was turning a screw. And it did. That worked too. Beautiful. Okay. All right. They're nice and tight. Okay. So again, I'll just show you. You can just watch this one and just see. I'm just looking in the camera and I can just see what a big difference. Okay. So I'm going to continue that process. But this gold gilding wax is not what I used around the tops of these. And it's also not what I'm going to use for these things. So I'm going to put the camera down and show you where we cut off. So this is now our new, and you have to kind of squeeze this together a little bit. But this is now our new sleeve for our solar light. Okay. Oh, this had I was fooling around with different things. This one has a gum band on it. So we don't need that. So look, that just fits down in there beautifully. Okay. So I'm going to take this off of here a minute. And I have my brush here, and we're going to use the Moonshine Metallics, the Golden Gem. And this is best when you stir it. So I'm going to give it a quick stir with the handle of my paintbrush. I wonder what that big noise was. Okay, so it's kind of waxy, but it's definitely not wax. It's totally different stuff. It's more of a paint, but it's really thick, as you can see. So I'm going to use the brush. I'm going to take this off of here just for ease of painting, and just do this. I kind of like to go like in a circular motion around it because it just kind of gives it that brushed look. Also gearing up again for another Dixie Belle challenge with 6 other retailers. So that is coming up soon. All right, so now you can see that that is also done. Now this isn't quite dry, but I mean it feels waxy, but when it dries, see that's a nice snug fit on there. When it dries, it does not. It dries hard, so you don't need to worry about that. But what I do typically is I paint them like that, and then after I get them back on here, then I go over it and just touch it up again so that it's good and solid. All right. So we have that done. Now, one other thing that I did with this is I used these chameleon waxes in lilac, in cactus, and in apricot. These also smell amazing, and they're trying to think how to explain it, but well, you know what a chameleon is, right? A chameleon changes its look based on its what it's sitting on or its surroundings. The chameleon's an insect, right? So these will change. Oh, they look great on dark colors. I just used it today on, and this is a hint for our Saturday show, but Plum Crazy. Oh, it's crazy good, let me tell you. Up until that point, I've used it on Caviar, and that was the most exciting color, I thought. But then I've seen it on Antebellum Blue, and it's gorgeous too. So what I'm doing is I'm putting a little bit of it on over this gilding wax. And the idea is that it's kind of like to be like the crystals. You're not going to be able to see that really well. This is so subtle. So this is going to be kind of one of those things that whoever sees it up close, probably in the daylight or in the light in the evening, will appreciate. So it's a very subtle thing, but these waxes are so cool. So like that's what they look like inside, but this is the cactus, which is the green. So I'm going to go ahead and put it like on this arm of the thing. Like I said, it'll just be very subtle. You can sort of see that, I think, in the camera that looks a little green. But, you know, another thing I'll be doing is shining these crystals up. So that's just going to kind of amplify the prism effect. And this one, I wish you could smell these. Apricots. So pretty. So let's see, did I get that? Yeah, I can feel that I got that with gilding wax, but I'm just going to go over that a little bit. And again, I don't think you can see that one very much. A little bit, but I am not like going over this whole thing. It's like so random, just doing it just to pick up a little bit of the light. That's just kind of an extra added touch. So I wanted to do this whole piece and have this whole thing done for you tonight so that you could see it. But you can already see how it's shaping up. That is, yeah, it does belong there. Okay. This one seems to have a lot bigger crystals than the other one I did. But each one of these petals gets a crystal on it. So there's 5 that hang off of each of these. and then one that hangs off of the arm underneath, and then here. So there's all kinds of places, opportunities for these crystals. And my idea is to have them in groups of 3 because that's aesthetically pleasing, and they will look gorgeous hanging out of trees. I am going to be doing a staged shoot with them very soon. I think those S hooks, you can even get some of those at the dollar store, the smaller ones and then the larger ones. And you can either spray paint them gold or leave them black so that they just kind of blend in with the tree, or maybe even paint them a green. But I think they're just going to be gorgeous, hanging in the tree, again in sets of 3. So I realized we've only been on a half hour. I meant to do the whole thing. I guess the dog's kind of okay. I thought he was really going to freak out because that was a loud boom. And it's the only one I heard. And I haven't heard any emergency vehicles, so maybe it wasn't so bad. I don't know. You want to see me try to cut one of these things again? Let's see what we can do. Let's give it a try. I really worked hard today. Maybe I just am out of strength. Okay, this one's. Oh, do they fly? Yeah, where's that one? I think I see it. Be right back. I am going to have fun cleaning up the dining room here. So, okay, so we have another one. Yay. Get our gemstone mousse. So maybe I can get it done here, at least done enough that you can see what it's going to look like with the solar lights in it. So again, you can take lamps, just regular lamps, and you don't have to paint it, but if you want to paint the lamp, you can do that too. It's real easy to remove the wires, and now you can see if you need to outfit it to make it work for you, that you can just use those channel locks and cut any metal that you need to, and then replace it with these things, which are an added bonus with your solar light for only $1. Sometimes they go on real easily, and then other times you kind of have to squeeze it together a little bit. Okay, so we got that one on. Let me finish touching it up. Looks like brushed gold. And so now we have 2. So you're getting the idea here. You hold this up here. Put the other one in. Okay. So you see where we're going with this. Also on this thing, this whole part of it is kind of loose on this one. So everything just needs tightened up a tad. Let me re-tighten that one too. This one is a little more beat up than the other one that I had completed already. There we go. We're making everything nice and tight now. Let's see if that'll work for this arm. So far, just turning everything to the right has been working to tighten these up. I'm not going to be able to, yeah, that's working. That's good, because I wouldn't be able to get inside there and get Wait, no, I go the wrong way. Wouldn't be able to get inside there and get the wires out or anything. So, okay, so I think we're back in shape here. I'm going to do a little more gilding on it so you get to see a little bit more of the bling bling. And that I just do with my fingers. You can use a brush for this too. Matter of fact, I could probably use the same brush, but I don't really want to contaminate that. Just gonna, I'll put this down a little bit. I'm looking in the camera there, and I can just see what a difference that makes. I can't wait to see these. You should see the tree that I'm going to put these in to do the photo for them. Oh my gosh, this tree is amazing, and it's just blooming now. So it's just full of pink blooms. So I can't wait to see it. Just take a picture of it during the day and see how pretty it is, and then let it sit and collect all the light, which is exactly the same scenario if you had it at a wedding or something. It'll just be in the sunlight. Okay, check that out there. Wow, what a difference that makes, right? But that's what would be happening. It would be soaking up all that sun, and then as soon as it gets dark, boom, it's going to be really pretty. It is so rewarding to take old things and make them look new again. It really is. Now this one, I'm probably not going to post. You know, sometimes like when I do unfinished projects on my Tuesday talk, then I'll post them the next day. But you know what? This one I'm kind of keeping to unveil at the Wedding Secrets Unveiled show. So I'll probably wait until then to show it on my social media. Okay, so I'm getting these petals, trying to get it in the light so you can see it. But wow. Wow, wow, wow. And once I shine up those crystals too, can you see that? What a difference that makes. It's hard for me to tell sometimes with the lighting. I did clean it. Whoops. Losing crystals, so I need to tighten all those up. Need to locate all the ones that are missing and then tighten them all up. Clean them. Gorgeous. And you know what? I don't even need complete coverage with this because it's just perking it up, you know, it's just revitalizing it. I'm just gonna spin it around a little bit. That's the cool thing about it. You can just revolve it. So nice to be able to go outside and sit again. Wow, I see that in the camera, just how it perked that section up. I've always had a fascination with chandelier crystals. I've been playing with them for a long time. I love to do things with them. I even like to make jewelry out of them. So whenever I see them, like at a flea market, as long as they're not too overly expensive, I am usually snapping them up. I'm going to get underneath them too, in case somebody's looking up at it. I probably didn't get those other sides, but I'm going to come back and get them. And again, I wish you could smell this. It's just got such a pleasant, sweet smell. I'm probably going a little overboard with the wax, but look at my hands. Gold finger. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure I have the undersides of these. You can tell by feeling them because they feel a little waxy. I did that one. Didn't do this one. And did not do that one. Like I said, you don't have to get every little piece of it. And the chameleon wax, I'll wait till later to do that because truthfully, I don't think you're going to really see on the camera because it's so subtle on the gold. So I'm going to put the camera up, and that's what we're looking at, kids. Of course, it's not done. We'll finish it. This one's not straight. We'll get everything straightened up, but it's going to be a beautiful solar chandelier. And, you know, if you wanted to mix your metals up, you could just use the silver. But I kind of like making everything gold because it's just elegant. Now, if I could also consider using the gilding wax and silver and doing some of the chandeliers in silver and using those lights just as they are. So I didn't get this up here. I'm going to use the gilding wax on that as well. The chameleon wax, make sure everything's tight. Get all my little candlesticks cut. And can't believe it was easier to cut the metal than it was the plastic. And then locate and shine up all of my chandelier crystals. And this thing is going to be a wow. Do you agree? So I'd love it if you comment and let me know what you thought about this project. And also join me on Thursday night at 8 for our new show. It's not a live, it's an edited show, more about decor. And then on Saturday is part 2 of the one that I started last week, this dresser. And I hope you trust me when I tell you I think it's going to be an exciting conclusion to that one. So join me Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturdays now. And if you haven't subscribed, I really appreciate it if you do subscribe. And sharing this video would be awesome. And of course, a thumbs up too. So thank you so much. Again, and if you haven't seen on Instagram, the La Vintage Decor page, look at the $500 giveaway. We're giving away $500 worth of products whenever we reach 1,000 subscribers, and we're getting closer every day. So check that out. And if you haven't subscribed and done all that stuff, make sure you do so you can win. So thanks again for joining, and you have a wonderful evening and the rest of your week. Okay, bye.